Hi, Aries. Welcome in to your reading. We're going to be reading for the first week of January. Oh my God, here we are, 2024. Okay. For those who celebrated Christmas, I hope you had a wonderful holiday, and I'm blessing everyone with an amazing Happy New Year because this comes out right before the New Year. This was my Christmas gift from my daughter, my favorite gift of all time. Of all the things that I received, that's my favorite. We like to be acknowledged by our kids, right? All right, so what is the most important situation or factor Aries needs to know for the first week of January? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I don't like this card. I was lying in my bed earlier. I'm just going to show you the cards. And I know that some of you are like, what fresh new hell is that, Irene? Well, here's the Tower, and here's the Five of Pentacles. I was lying in my bed, and I was thinking about the Three of Swords, the Tower, and the Five of Pentacles, and there they are, right there. And I really was hoping it wasn't going to be you. Because and I don't know if the cards are just like following me or what's happening or if I'm predicting this correctly, but I need to understand why you feel left out in the cold. Some of you, it could be a job loss. Others of you, it's a breakup. Because it's just like you are being torn away from what you knew or what you had. So, of course, it doesn't have to be a relationship or a job. It can be a friendship. It can be anything. This just feels like odd man out. On a literal sense, it's about financial loss. On a theoretical and emotional front, you're being torn away from everyone you knew, everything you knew. And at the bottom of the deck is the Tower, is the collapse, is the breakup, is the explosion. For a while now, if a lot of you have been teeter-tottering on what to do with somebody and you've just been waiting for things to play out, that's not making a choice. And lo and behold, that is a choice. By not making one, the universe is going to make it for you. It's going to give you a Tower. Now, here is I don't know if you want to look at it as good or bad, Aries, but that's at the back of the deck. That's coming down the pike. This is right now. So it's not like that came first and then this, which typically they normally do come together like that, but you're this now. So, for example, if you're at work and you're feeling like, people are talking around you and they're not including you and your instincts and your antennas are up and you're like, something's going down and you feel kind of funky, that's it. This could be coming. So, this is the time for you to make arrangements. If you feel the same thing about a relationship, you can make arrangements. You can have a conversation. You can talk about it. Prepare yourselves, basically. We don't know because we're going to clarify everything. So let's see. Because this is just the situation. Let me see what's coming in towards you. Well, what's coming in towards Aries the first week of January, please? Is that strength? Yes, it is. Yeah, strength. Text is so small, even you guys can't see it. No, but this is resistance. This is holding back from something, right? This is also being afraid. Look at her. This is Alice in Wonderland deck. So we'll just say Alice right here in the card. Alice is you. You're the querent. You're the listener. This is you. It seems like here you're resisting something, which is like facing something, okay? Because you're too scared to, or you're resisting something. And it might not be that bad. It could just like, if you look at this card closely, she's hugging this deer. They're both afraid because they don't know what might happen. It's fear of the future. It's fear if you have a conversation. It's fear if you make a move. It's fear. It doesn't even have to be fear, but the main action is the resistance or avoidance something. Let's see. Let's clarify and see what's going on here. What doesn't, no, we'll clarify in a second. What doesn't Aries see coming? Oh, shit, that's cool. It's so crazy. These things I'm thinking in my head and then they just like pop out. I find it like amazing sometimes, even for myself. I was just thinking to myself, should I explain to Aries that this position, what they don't see coming, what it really means? This position, when I do the spread, it means like you really didn't think about this. You really didn't see it coming. It's the surprise, right? And look at the surprise. The universe comes in to throw you a bone. I told you the planets and the stars are aligning for you guys in next year, but mainly in your house of career and work. Love will be up and down. It'll be a lot of similarities from 2023. So you're meant to learn from that and, take the people that you meet for what they're worth or what it is, right? You really need to apply yourselves now this year. This Wheel of Fortune over here that you see, this is the universe moving your life because if it's stagnating, if you're not making a decision and you need to move, the universe is going to get involved. Here's the best part. This is the coolest part of all. This is what you didn't see coming. Success, vindication, validation. For some of you, if it's a relationship, this person is coming back to because you thought it was hopeless or it wasn't going to work out because you were too scared to face it. They vindicate and they validate the things that everything's going to be okay. If this is work, if you lose something, you're going to get something else because the universe is hooking it up, or the universe is going to throw you a bone and you're going to be vindicated and validated at work. Like, who knows? Maybe the asshole in charge gets fired instead. You don't know. Sometimes it's just how it is. Oh my God, I just saw the card at the bottom of the deck. I love it. Justice. This is your justice. This is like you not being slighted. This is you not, getting your fair share in the situation because you're doing it the right way. You're being above board. As long as your karma correct and you're above board Aries, the universe will come around and reward you. Sometimes it takes forever. I know that. But they come. Now, let's see. Give me the advice for Aries, please. Okay, and this is good advice, albeit a little boring, but okay. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And those of you who know me, I give mini tarot lessons here. The knights are messengers. They can also signify you. Maybe you're delivering a message. Maybe it's you. But moreover, because they're knights, they're in movement. They move. They're trying to get something done. The Knight of Pentacles is telling you that this knight is moving slowly. Why are they moving slowly? Because they're cautious. They're taking one step, seeing what happens, and then taking another step. That is your advice right now. Move forward. Don't get stuck, but don't rush, okay? Just move forward cautiously. Pick up the pieces here and there. Examine them. Look at them. Is it okay? Is it safe? Move forward. This is the kind of energy they're telling you that you need to encapsulate right now, at least for this first week. See, at the bottom of the deck, there you are, sitting pretty as the Queen of Wands. And you are this queen because this is the Fire Queen. And the Fire Queen is creative. She's all encompassing. She's also all consuming because she's fire. So she attracts this energy from what? From being social, from being outgoing, from being bubbly, but she knows how to control it because it's fire. And she knows how to use it to bend and mend to her will. So this is how you entice people. It's like watching a little flame in the fire. If you ever watch it does a little dance, that's you when you move, when you talk, when you act, when you behave. That's you. That's your spirit. That's your little tiny soul inside. It's what it does to the greater outside of other people. You might not notice it, Aries, but that's exactly what you're doing. Now, why am I saying all this shit to you? Because here is a knight and here is a queen. This is you needing to move cautiously and slowly because of what you need to do. Now, others of you, if this is in regards to you being a third party, because sometimes the Queen of Wands represents the Mistress card, whether you are the third person, it's also at the bottom of the deck. Need you to be cautious also in regards to that situation. It's very delicate and it's very complicated. Now, let's see the outcome for the week here. It was the King of Cups, but it didn't come out, so we'll keep that at the back of my head. Oh, well, you're still there, and that's all that matters. All right. The Seven of Cups and the Five of Cups. Typically, when you have guilt or regret, or you start playing the woulda, coulda, shoulda game in your head, I need to remind you, Aries, that which is meant for you will not pass you by. I feel like I've been telling every sign, the whole collective, that terminology this week. That which belongs to you will not pass you by. If it's meant to be, it will be. If it doesn't happen again in this lifetime, it will happen in your next lifetime. Now, and you don't want that. You want to just be okay. I need you to be okay with these regrets or these things that you ruminate with, because they're emotions, they're feelings. Both of these cards are, because they're cups. The Seven of Cups is talking about you pausing and reflecting on your options, your choices, what to do, who to go forward. Now, I know I did see that King of Cups back there, but it didn't pop out. That's somebody who's emotionally available, somebody emotionally mature. I don't know if you're thinking about them and what to do with them as one of your options. Maybe they're courting you and you're just kind of like right there at that point where you either do it or you don't, which would probably denote for you that you're moving on from someone else or something else. It can also talk about you going back to that person. We'll see when we start clarifying, because the clarifying is where we're going to get all the deets. So let's go there. I used this deck. It's a brand new deck. I used it on Scorpio. It's not an easy deck to handle. Let me see if it's going to answer to you too, Aries. What is the Five of Pentacles, please? That's a no. Let's put you on the side. Let's go before tarot. Aries, please. I can't wait to change this desk. It's coming soon. I'm going to be on vacation for New Year's. I might do a tiny little story on my Instagram just to say hi to you guys from that location. All right, which is Colombia. So I'm excited about that. All right, what's going on here? So you might have made a judgment call, right? There is a fresh new start in love, and it could be somebody new that did pique your curiosity. So we're talking about before. So I pulled out the before tarot. So before, you must have been presented with a fresh new start in love or a new person, right? The Page of Wands. It made you curious. You're like, should I go down that road? Should I go check it out? But there was a resistance here, a waiting for. On the floor is the Page of Swords, but it's in the cross position. So I get the feeling, Aries, you did you by being, first of all, this is an Aries card. I don't know if you knew that, Page of Wands, because it's the curious little kid in the zodiac, right? Page of Swords, though, in the cross position, it's like you kind of didn't do your homework on somebody, or you kind of, it's the stalking card. It's get the more information card. And I don't know if this was you or them, but it's in the challenge position. Someone here didn't do their homework. Someone didn't look into the other person. This is before you got into this place where you are today, to being left out in the cold. Maybe curiosity did kill that cat, but the cat never did its homework to see if it was safe or not safe. I'm not sure quite yet. So let's grab the after tarot. Five of Pentacles. Go ahead and clarify this. Wow, crazy these cards, how they always align. It's insane to me. Okay, here's the before tarot, right? this Page of Wands, you're kneeling, you're taking a beat, you're taking a break, you're pausing and reflecting, and you're thinking to yourself, should we check out this new character? All right, and then maybe you do. The After Tarot, also the Page of Wands. You stand up. You go to check it out. But you also have a conversation with the Ace of Swords. You say, you know what? Let me put my sword down here and let me tell you, my friend, something. Something. And I feel like with this, you feeling out in the cold with this After Tarot, it's telling me you put your, it's like you put your knife in the ground and you're like, this is my stance, this is where I stand, this is what I want, this is what I believe. And then after that, you stop talking. And I think these are what your regrets are. You wish, or you could have taken something back, not said something. And if this hasn't happened to you yet, it's about to, because it's in the first week of January. And this is what makes you feel alone. You don't know that, Aries. And you're quick to judge, because I was wondering, why the fuck is Judgment back here? And I couldn't understand. But now I do. Maybe you were quick to judge. Sometimes, like I said, these cards are literal. Because over here at this bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. You're not talking. And under that is death. An ending. And under that is the Three of Swords. Look how it follows. Not talking, ending, heartbreak. Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. But not before you said something. Not before you do something. And if that's not you, then it's them. Something was definitely said. Now let's hop on over to the Strength card, resisting something. Maybe going towards this person or talking to this person. Let's see. Strength, please. By the way, that deck over there, it's the medieval deck. It's the, when I say OG, I mean it's the original gangster deck of like the history of tarot. Not literally, but if you look at the pictures, that's what the deck used to look like in medieval times. And, back in the day, I don't know if any of you know how tarot came about. It's because kings and queens back in the early days, they used to play card games. They used to be like, they used to be like this. They'd be like, oh, go fish. And then they would look at their cards like, oh shit, this looks like my life. Oh shit, this is predicting my future. And these are the cards that they kind of like used to use. It's interesting. But every deck for me, for all you signs, has a calling, so not for you. Your life needs details. You gonna tell me about Strength or what? And there's Judgment, and then there's High Priestess. High Priestess, High Priestess. This is the before deck. In the challenge position, we have the Six of Swords. Challenge to move forward. Challenge to move away. Challenge to mentally disengage and get rid of. And making that final judgment call on a marriage or commitment or relationship to find your stability. Right? Here you are, nurturing, loving, kind, caring, maybe possibly married, making a decision, struggling to move away. And you're resisting that change or that situation. Yeah. Even though you're like kind of not talking about it or talking to this person. Let me see after, please. Aries, please. My daddy-o. Poor guy, a little sick. I have to take care of him. All right, come on. Strength, please. It's like the cards are hesitant to talk to you a little bit. So everything I read for you this week, guys, I really kind of want you to take it with a grain of salt, okay? Because at the end of the day, yes, I'm just a reader. Yes, these are just cards, but this is your life. Your life. Only you can make these choices. Only you know what's best for you because of your environment, your family, your friends, your kids, your job, your wallet. I need you to know that because that's the feeling and the sense I'm getting here. Because when cards are hesitant to talk, it is because maybe they're slightly afraid that by you knowing certain information, you could change the dynamic of your future. And that's not what Tarot is. Tarot is here to help you. It's going to tell you what some of the predictions are, but sometimes it's not going to tell you everything because there's a lot of free will here in place. Now, at the end of the day, I have the Ten of Pentacles on top of Strength. This is marriage. This is commitment or a lot of money on your home. There's some kind of resistance in regards to this, making a decision about this, about your job, about your marriage. This is something huge. Now, let's see what you don't see coming, guys, with this Six of Wands and why can't I say it? Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Too many. Please, Spirit. Reshuffling. This is before. Okay. See, before you had a solid foundation of some kind, right? Yeah. Before you had the Four of Wands, you had an engagement, you were living with somebody, you had an upgrade of some kind, or you had structure in your life before. You have this like Six of Wands and this Wheel of Fortune. But you also have this at the bottom of the deck. The wolf in sheep's clothing, where you had these boundaries and you thought they were respected. You thought they understood, but they still, came on through the wolf. And you're a sheep, don't get me wrong, but you will bust out that motherfucking ram if you got to. And it's coming out. The horns and all, it's coming out. Let's see what's going on here with the Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Okay, that's what I like to see. Because now these cards are making wonderful sense. All right, remember before at the beginning of the reading, we have your Five of Pentacles, what your situation is. In the After Tarot, you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is great. And the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, though, tells me a little bit about some kind of like dealing with a child, literally. Others of you, it could be dealing with something that's immature. Or there's a lack of learning something here. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, when you get this vindication, when you get this validation, it's telling me you feel like you're coming in from out of the cold. You're no longer in the doghouse. All right? Like you feel like you won something here. Like people understand you. But this Page of Swords in reverse, I'd reconsider it. Just quickly, this is just so random. Can you tell me, we'll use the Medieval Tarot. Just quickly tell me what this Page of Swords in reverse is doing here. Ten of Wands, it's a burden. Hopeful and wishful, the Star card. And the Queen of Swords, interesting. This is you. You have a heavy burden. Let me show you. I needed to know what this was, this Page of Swords in reverse. I know you feel like you're going to come in from out of the cold because you're going to get vindicated, validated. But why don't we just go even deeper? Because I'm insane like that. I'm just kidding. Here's you, Queen of Swords. You're trying to be thoughtful, but on a logical perspective. You're trying to be rational. You see this? You have the shield there to protect you, but you also have the sword down. So you're not like, cutting off heads and shit. So you're also trying to be positive by being hopeful. The Star card, the Water Bearer, you're trying to balance things. You're trying to be fair. You're trying, it's the key word, right? But you're also burdened with this Ten of Wands. It's a lot because this wheel represents your life and all your responsibilities in it. That's why it's a circle and it goes round and round and round. And every peg represents things that you need to take care of in your inner world. So it's fascinating to me. Sure, you feel left out in the cold, but there's some things that, you're not looking into. So you don't want to kind of do the thing, Aries, where like, hear no evil, see no evil, I'm just going to move on. Learn from it. I mean, maybe, see something, Try to figure it out. Like sometimes, like it's weird how when something painful happens to us or something really bad, everybody just wants to run away from it. But then there's other people who like lean into it. Those people who lean into it heal faster, get over things quicker, don't repeat those patterns. So I'm bringing this whole up because the Page of Swords in reverse really stuck out at me. So just keep that in mind. All right, guys. Now let's see what the Knight of Pentacles is saying. Like even if you want that promotion at work or something like that, try to figure out what happened, why. Even though you're in a place of a good place, like a successful place, still figure out what went wrong so you can take this lesson and work with it the rest of your year, you know, or the next time you see a challenge like this. Anyway, moving on. Knight of Pentacles is clarified by, here you are, the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is you, guys. This is you. Not in a good place. Not emotionally. Your emotions are a little erratic. It's you being a little bit out of control. Now let's go literal. If you're a third party and you're a mistress or a mister or whatever you are, that's a breakup. That's like getting rid of the third party. Now, Five of Cups in reverse that landed here. Your advice is to move cautiously forward, but also look at your abundance. Look at the things that you do have. Guys, I'm going to pause you for 1 second. Need to get a tissue. All right. Back again. The reason that they're trying to tell you look at your abundance and move forward cautiously is because no matter what you lose in life, there's something always there to replace it. The universe never really leaves you empty-handed. You know, it's like you might, for example, you might not have a loving, committed relationship with somebody, but you got a job, you got your kids, you got your family, you got money, you could travel, you can enjoy your life. That's an example, you know, and that's actually my example. That's like my best motherfucking life. I travel, I have fun, I have YouTube, I have an office job where I have an office life with friends there too, and maybe, you know, I don't have like the perfect love life, but you know what? I have everything else. I have so many forms of abundance. I'm grateful every single day. And my way of giving back is, like, for example, is just doing these videos. Videos are for free, they go on YouTube, whatever. But I think I'm telling you all of this because the universe sees what's going on. They see that, you know, if you're looking at your abundance and you're picking up the pieces and you're moving forward, it's the right way to be. It's the right way to do. Because with that, eventually the universe rewards you when the time is right to give you everything because they know you're in this place where you can handle all of it and to sustain it, to maintain it, and to keep it. All right? Because here, as the Queen of Wands in reverse, not really. Sometimes it's not, it's like a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is, right? Like even I don't want to hear these things. So if there was for some of you a third party situation, this this other king back here, because this is the back of the deck, said no, I can't do the third party, chose their wife or their husband or whatever, and there you are, single. So you feel left out in the cold. Others of you, it's separating from your husband or wife or whatever, and you know, maybe there was another person that triggered you or did something to you. But these messages are important. As long as you cautiously go forward, you know, look at your abundance, you're all right. But let me get the after tarot to get the total message here, please. The moon. See, now here's my card. There's my card of like, the buck stops here. I can't tell you anymore. That's the universe telling me, like, I ain't telling you anything else. It tells me a little bit, not everything. Especially when I have the moon and the I don't have that here, but if I have the moon and the high priestess, they're like, nope, not telling you. And I'll be like, okay, next, moving on. We're not going to discuss it anymore. But you only have the moon, and it's another card of caution. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Wands. I see you burdened. I see you tired, physically, mentally. You're drained. You're exhausted. You're about to give up. You need to be cautious. Moreover, that is what the Moon card is telling you in your advice. Along with the Knight of Pentacles, you'll see these things. Like if you go slowly, and you remain in the world of gratefulness and gratitude, of your abundance, you're not going to miss the important stuff. That's why they want you to be cautious this first week. All right, so let's go and move on to the outcome. What is the Seven of Cups and the Five of Cups for Aries, please? Before. There's the Moon in reverse. See, if you do go cautiously and you do move slowly, it's all going to get revealed. Okay, Aries? So here you are with a lover, potentially. The Sun. Here's all the major arcanas. That's crazy. Literally all of them. All four are major arcanas. And I was telling Pisces in one of their videos that we get major arcanas when we have a big life change or a life choice or shit's all fucked up. It's like snafu city. Situation normal, all fucked up city. And we need major arcanas to step in. When we start seeing all those angel numbers, there's a reason you're seeing angel numbers, especially 1111. They're telling you, you know, we're watching you, we're guiding you, we're making sure you don't fall down a well and you stay down there. Then there's other numbers like 333, 222, 444, all of those. You can Google them. Anyway, back to you. See, in all these major arcanas, you have the Lovers, you have the Sun, you have the Star, and you have the Fool. This is an Aquarius. This is an Aries. This is a Leo. This is a Gemini. Now, here you were happy with a lover before. You know, it was like, and a lover signifies somebody that could be a significant attachment, a significant connection, whether it's physical, intimate, or business or otherwise. It doesn't have to be. It's not always intimate. It's just a profound connection. And you were guided here by Archangel Michael to meet because you're learning something from one another. Now, after that, it's a choice. The Sun tells me this was the happiest moment of your life. You felt happiness. You felt like what it felt like to be happy for once in your life. This is before. The Fool, you were taking a risk. You were taking a leap of faith. And as you did that, you were hopeful and positive it would pan out, it would turn out. But then it didn't. It came to the point where you had to make a decision. And you felt guilt and regret because things were revealed to you, right? And it looked like somebody here is down on their knees praying, but resisting the change, the connection. And then there's a fire sign back here too. Now, moving on. Let's see what after says. After, please. Thank you. Holy shit. I love when I see the Sun and the Moon next to each other. The Sun and the Moon. That which was dark will become light, and you will get all your answers. Eventually, not the first week of January, because it's the back of the deck. Now, look at this. Justice and the Devil. More major arcana. The Devil talks about something toxic, something obsessive. You guys are all in different camps. Codependency, not leaving somebody because it's comfortable, even though it's toxic. Obsession, obsessed with a person or an individual. Fear, scared to talk to the other person because of the result of it. But then there's justice. Getting justice for something that's toxic or someone. A narcissist, a gaslighter, someone harmful, a manipulator, a mind player. Mind games. I hate those people. And fucking liars. I hate you people. No offense, but anyway, yeah. And then that's Capricorn and Libra, by the way. So you've basically seen every sign in this reading. But this is getting justice for that toxic situation. And now you are reviewing your options, but you have some guilt and regret over it. All right? Maybe you feel guilty. Look, you're not responsible for other people's happiness, right? You're only responsible for you and the actions that you take. If you're above board, Aries, and you do things right, and you try to make amends and you try to fix things over and over again, and the other person keeps showing you that they don't, you're not doing anything wrong. All I know is that you're getting justice from something that's toxic, but you feel guilty or there's regret here about it. There are better days coming because the sun, thank God, is in the after tarot as opposed to the before, which I love because this is telling me better days are coming. Better days are coming. Happier days. All right, let's see what's going on here before this video becomes monstrously long. Romance Angels, what are we reading? And reading for the extended too. You're going to have to make a choice very soon, okay? And a lot of you know it too. Because very soon the choice is going to be taken out of your hands. Like I said in the beginning of this video with, you know, what did we say? The Tower. So you're right there at that tiny little time where you need to make a decision very soon. In the extended, we're going to deep dive. You know, we'll clarify this. Playfulness at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull one more in the extended to see other energies that are happening, all right? So we get more clarity in the extended reading. And last but not least, let's do Shadow and Light because this does wrap up everything exactly where it needs to be, and it gives you more details than I ever could. Shadow and Light, please, for Aries. And there you are, folks. Energy and motivation. Wow, what a pretty card. Sorry, I'm looking at it. I just feel like I got, you know, I was staring at like the path, the road that looks like your journey, your path, but in there it looked like music notes. It was interesting. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it looked like to me. Those little black markings. Anyway, let's see what it's trying to say. Energy and motivation. There's so many things in this world that easily drain both your energy and motivation to do things you might want to do. There are so many shoulds being thrown around, both by others and also by yourself. The shoulda, coulda, woulda. How often have you heard yourself say or think, I should do this, I should do that? And not to mention the classic to-do list. This feeling that we should but are not implies that we are currently aren't doing enough. This can lead to more stress, and you might even less likely to get things done. That's kind of true. I feel like if I'm sitting around not doing anything, it's a bad thing, but that's not true. You need your rest too, guys. Anyway, the road to completing all the shoulds might seem endless, and you can see the reward that comes with it. Only the pressure of doing better and doing more than what you are already doing. By simply changing the language you use will find it can reduce the stress related to certain things and hopefully restore the energy to do it and make you feel more motivated and positive towards whatever it is that you think you should be doing. What if instead using should, you should start using could? I could do this. I could do that. It gives you an option. You could do it, but you don't have to. And it might reduce the sense of urgency and pressure. So true. This card encourages you to think about what language you use when you think of yourself or to yourself, but also when you talk to others. See if there are any words you might want to change that can lead you to a more stress-free life, full of motivation and life energy. That's so true. Can I do this? Could I do this? I should start saying the same thing. All right, guys, that is your reading for the week. Please leave me your comments down below. I want to say thank you to all the people who've donated to the channel. I'm going to do a thank you blurb on my Instagram stories. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.